Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about Saturn in the fifth house in the natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel. Uh, I did a series on the Saturn placements in the houses, and they were a little bit concise. Some people may have referred to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was make another series on them, in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first up is, well, Saturn in the fifth house is comparable to Saturn in Leo, but naturally you've got to blend the zodiac sign with it. Saturn in Leo in the fifth house could be different than Saturn in Aquarius in the fifth house, as an example. Now, the thing, Saturn is connected with the career, and this, when you have Saturn posited in the fifth house in the natal chart, the career may be something you truly love, enjoy, that you're enamored with. It may involve children, whether it's your own children or could be some field, profession that's connected with children. Like running a daycare center, as an example. Um, your career may be one in which you have to be somewhat gregarious and extroverted. It may involve a romantic partner. It could be something associated with entertainment, acting, circus performing, working in cardiology. But it could be one where you express and exude a lot of confidence and self-assuredness. And it could be something associated with partying, like being a party events planner, as an example. Now, Saturn is also connected with laborious hard work and industry. So if you have Saturn positive in the fifth house of the natal chart, the hard work that you may do could actually be associated with sports. It could be, doing something with, even, acting, entertainment, um, something. It could be creative endeavors, cardiology. And the hard work you do may be something, again, you truly love and enjoy and that you're enamored with. It could be something associated with partying, entertainment, partying, like, again, like a party events planner, as an example. Could be work in the military. And, the hard work you do, may require you to be, somewhat, extroverted and gregarious to a certain degree. Now, another thing, about Saturn in astrology is that it's associated with the father, authority figures, and older people. So if you have Saturn posited in the fifth house in the natal chart, these people may be, could be whimsical, people that are very, fun-loving, but yet could be domineering and arrogant as well. They may play an integral role for you in terms of personal popularity, your own fun, amusement, and enjoyment. They may be involved with your sports related activities, games, hobbies. Um, they may play, figure prominently, in your love life. They might be the kind of people that want to put their 2 cents in often. If you're dating somebody, if this person's beneficial to you or what have you. Um, they may be involved in recreation activities with you, but these people, you may see them as very confident, having a lot of self-assuredness. Um, Maybe more involved, with your children more so than most people, on average. So, and even matters that are pertaining to investments, speculation, gambling, even. You may see them as flamboyant people as well, and gregarious and extrovert. Now, Saturn astrology is also associated with restrictions and limitations. So if you have Saturn in the fifth house in the natal chart, those restrictions and limitations, they may be associated at times with fun, amusement, and enjoyment. It could be romantic matters, matters pertaining to love, children. In some cases, if you're a female, there may be difficulties, with pregnancy or childbirth. Um, if you have, you may really find, some kind of limitation in just truly enjoying yourself and matters that are pertaining, to sports, hobbies, games. Um, if you have, let's say, Saturn and Pisces in the fifth house, those games could be ones of a fantasy nature, like Dungeons and Dragons, or, your enjoyment may be connected with illusion, like magic tricks or doing, even something, with something imaginary, like hypothetical sports matchups, like going to whatifsports.com and playing the 1927 New York Yankees against the 1975 Cincinnati Reds as an example. So the thing about Saturn too is that Saturn is also connected with fears, inhibitions, things that we're apprehensive about, that we may worry about often, and those things could pertain to love, romantic partners, you know um, it could be children as well. It may be matters, with our one's creative expression, whether there may be some apprehension in expressing oneself creatively, and fear it may not be accepted by others, that, one may be mocked or ridiculed for their creative ideas, as an example. It could be, matters associated with, fun, amusement, enjoyment. Maybe, some people may be afraid to have this, whether it's due to some guilt, or I don't deserve, like kind of like saying, well, gee, I don't deserve to have fun, so I'm going to deprive myself of it. It could be also, there may be more fear and worry regarding, possible death, of the dominant parent, which is often the father. Keep in mind, this is 8 houses from the 10th house. And also matters that are pertaining, to things of a speculative nature, conjecture, investments, gambling even. These are things where this person may be more fearful and apprehensive about, more so than the average person. Saturn is also connected with, sorrow, sadness, despondency. So Saturn in the 5th house may experience more sorrow, in matters of love than most people on average, whether it's due to some rejection or, incompatibility. And also with children as well, there may be more sadness connected with personal popularity, trying to attain this, and maybe the person doesn't think that, they've attained enough of this, whether he or she, has certain personal popularity or not. It could be sadness in matters of sports, even if somebody, is involved in sports on a recreational level, losing games, to other people. Maybe there's more, sadness. The person feels more melancholy as a result of this, more so than the average person. In matters that are associated with hobbies, games, gambling, speculation, conjecture, investments, things of that nature, and even the death of the dominant parent, again, which is often the father. This may cause more sadness and sorrow, more so than most people. Now, Saturn in astrology is also associated with responsibility. So Saturn in the 5th house may have more responsibilities connected with children, romantic partners, more so than most people. It could be to their own enjoyment. Matters with sports, recreation, hobbies, games. The thing about this is, it could also be just matters that are pertaining to investments, to speculation, things of a speculative nature. These could be things where the person may have more responsibility to, more so than most people on average. And also too, just attaining, a certain personal popularity, this person may feel that they have some responsibility toward doing this. And the thing about this too, there may be some aversion to being spontaneous with this position, because Saturn is about very planned energy. Saturn is connected with premeditation, The fifth house is about our enjoyment, so even matters that are enjoyable, this person may emphasize planning them out more so than most people. Now, Saturn is also connected with chronic issues, so keep in mind the fifth house does correspond with the zodiac sign Leo, so there may be more chronic issues than average, and that associate with the heart, the spine, the upper back. It could be as a result of doing something with sports or something on a recreation in general, things that this person enjoys, maybe activities with romantic partners and children. There may be some chronic issues may figure more prominently in one's fun, amusement, and enjoyment matters that are sports related as well. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.